So this lawnmower wouldn't start as fuel had been left in it over the winter. So we're going to clean out the carburettor. First thing we do is take off the two 10mm bolts. They're just removed quite easily with a socket set. Make sure we put them in a safe place so we don't lose them. Then just peel back the cover of the carburettor where the air filter is housed. I tried to take it off, but it actually doesn't need to come off. It can sit quite nicely there while we do the repair. Then we use long nose pliers to remove the clip that's holding on the fuel pipe. Now there's still fuel in there. I haven't siphoned it off at this point, so we have to be very quick to move that out of the way so that fuel doesn't spill. And quickly put that into a cup and let the fuel drain. Now we're going to remove the carburettor. It's been in place for quite a long time, so it takes a little bit of maneuvering to loosen up. There are two arms that link the lawnmower to the carburettor. One is a throttle governor, and the other one is the manual choke in this case. So I'm just removing the first one along with the spring that goes along with it. And then once that's loose, I can then remove the carburettor, pull that backwards, and remove the choke linkage. So that's the carburettor off. Now time to take it to the workshop to clean. So firstly, remove the bolt holding the bowl on. Now there's still fuel in here, so when I remove that bolt and loosen the bowl, you'll see that the fuel actually leaks out. So I just quickly put that over a cup and make sure that that doesn't spill all over my workshop, although I've already put blue towel down to make sure that it captures anything that does spill. And as you'll see when I remove this, although it is a little bit secure on there, there is quite a lot of sediment in the bottom, as you can see. Now that is obviously the reason that we're having to clean this out and the reason that the lawnmower isn't starting. It's actually quite unusual to see that amount of sediment. It means that the fuel's been left in there and likely moisture or water has got in at some point. So firstly, remove the pin holding on the float and carefully remove that and put that face up so that the pin doesn't get damaged, and then we just lay the parts out. Last thing to remove now are the jets that sit down the center of this tube. You want to get a flat screwdriver and very carefully loosen it until it bites and comes off. It's a soft metal and so does shear quite easily. Once you've undone that, there should be an initial top jet that should fall out quite easily. Sometimes the second one is a little bit more jammed and takes some persuasion. Some carburetor cleaner and a tap on a solid surface can often remove this. As you can see, the two jets came away and they are quite coked up, and so we'll need thorough cleaning. You should be able to see light through there, and it's very, very faint, and so that is clearly one of the blockages that we're dealing with. So now it's time to clean the parts. I start with the bowl, get carburetor cleaner, always wear safety goggles, and spray as much as you need to get all of the dirt and the sediment off. As I said, this is quite a bad one, to be honest with you, and so it takes quite a lot of cleaning to get it all clean. Some gentle persuasion with my finger here really helped get the dirt away. And then a further spray cleans the whole thing up nicely. Next we move on to the main carburettor block. We want to spray in every single hole and orifice that there is in both directions, just to make sure that any single sediment or dirt that is in there is cleaned and exited from the carburettor. Be really careful when doing this and always wear safety goggles, because sometimes that the carburettor spray can spray back in your face if a certain hole is blocked or isn't actually a through hole. So as you can see, I'm spraying every single hole multiple times, making sure that everything's clean and being careful not to damage any of the seals. So I'm using Wynn's air intake carburetor cleaner for this. I find it to be the best and has the most pressure behind the spray to really clear out the dirt. So I'm now cleaning the float. So again, give that a good clean, make sure there's nothing sat on there, no dirt, and then put it in a clean area. As you can see, I'm just laying out a clean area so that I don't contaminate. Next is one of the jets that we pulled out of the middle of the carburetor. So again, you want to spray in every single part and every single hole you can. And as you can see, you want the spray to be coming out of every single hole. If it's really, really bunged up, you can pull out a small wire from a wire brush and use that to clear some of the holes. So that's the second of the jets now cleaned. And so now we can put the first one back, and you want to always put the narrow end in first, make sure that sits nicely, and then make sure you put the threaded piece in second with the flat head facing up, and then use your hand to tighten that initially before then moving on to just giving it a slight quarter turn so that it sits tight. I now just give the whole thing a spray just to make sure no dirt has gone onto the carburetor while I've been fitting this. Next, it's time to fit the bowl. And so that, again, just want to give a quick spray to make sure there's no dirt or sediment on there. And then you want to seat the pin into the hole. The pin is then pushed into place, and it's good to make sure that the bowl can move freely as well as remove the pin from the hole. Now give the bolt that holds on the bowl just a quick clean again to make sure there's no dirt there before the bowl can then be reseated. When I cleaned this one out, the rubber seal had got slightly larger, and so I had to be really careful to make sure that it was sealed all the way around, otherwise fuel would leak when I put it back together. Again, always hand tighten first and then nip up with a socket set. And that's our carburetor cleaned and put back together. Now time to go back on the lawnmower. So we now just want to do everything in reverse order. So firstly, put the governor arms in before we then fit the fuel pipe. It took a little bit of manipulation just to make sure this was properly seated before I was able to go ahead and fit the fuel pipe. The fuel pipe just pushes on and the clip is then secured. Now time to put the air filter housing on. A quick spray with carburetor cleaner just to make sure there's no sediment that's going to go into our clean carburetor, and that is just lined up with the two studs that are protruding. Both nuts now go back onto the studs. Hand tighten initially as before. Before nipping up with a socket set. The air filter is placed back in the housing. It's good practice to replace this and put a new one in when you're cleaning the carburetor. And now time to put some brand new clean petrol in. If your petrol or gas, for my US viewers, is more than around 3-4 months old, it's good practice to dispose of that and replace with brand new fuel. And now time for the moment of truth. I was a bit impatient with the manual choke, but once I gave it a few seconds, it ran really clean. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.